Today we're going to talk about the reproductive and urinary systems. The reproductive system, it has two different types of cells. The female specialized cells are egg cells, and the male specialized cells are considered sperm cells. Both contain genetic material that has info or information on how the organism will form, develop, and grow. Genetic material, another word for that would be DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid. You'll hear those three different words or three different titles given to genetic material, DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid interchangeably, especially whenever we get to the genetics unit. The female reproductive system has two different functions. Number one, to produce egg cells, and number two, protect and nourish offspring until birth. What is offspring? Well, offspring are children, kids, babies. Menstruation. Every 28 days, the ovary releases an egg and it moves into the fallopian tube. 10 to 12 hours, the egg cell is fertilized by a sperm cell and moves to the uterus. The egg rapidly grows and divides. If, however, the egg cell is not fertilized in the 24 hours that it's been released, the egg and the lining of the uterus break down. A period of about 5 days during which blood and tissue exit the body through the vagina. The male reproductive system. The testes are organs that produce sperm cells, and sperm is the single cell with a head that contain chromosomes, which can contain within those chromosomes genetic material, DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and a tail that allows it to move. The sperm cell exits through the urethra. Reproduction. Fertilization occurs when one sperm cell joins the egg cell in the fallopian tube. Genetic material from the sperm and the egg combine. So, in that one fertilized cell that sperm and that egg cell have combined, okay, you've got half of the DNA coming from the father and half of the mother's DNA coming together. An embryo is a multicellular organism in its earliest stages of development. An embryo is from conception to 8 weeks old. And a fetus is referred to as developing human embryo from 8 weeks to birth. Identical twins are produced when a single fertilized egg divides in half. So fertilization has taken place at this point. You've got one sperm cell, one egg cell that have combined and formed one cell. Well, that one cell has split in half, forming identical twins. And as you can see, this is a picture of what identical twins would look like. Fraternal twins. Fraternal twins are produced when two separate eggs are released at the exact same time and are fertilized by two different sperm cells. And this picture shows one of our former presidents. They had two daughters, and their two daughters were fraternal twins. And as you can see, they look very different. One has blonde hair, one has dark hair. That's just one of the major differences. But as you can see with their facial structures, that they look very different. So this would be an example of fraternal twins. Disposing of waste. This is where your urinary system comes into play, along with your other body systems as well. The urinary system is responsible for disposing of liquid waste products removed from the blood. Your respiratory system disposes of water vapor and waste gases from the blood. And digestive system disposes of solid waste products from food. Your skin releases waste through sweat glands. The urinary system is a group of organs that filter waste from an organism's blood and excrete it in a liquid. Excrete means to release it, to get rid of. And that liquid is referred to as urine. Parts of the urinary system include the kidneys. With the kidneys, you just need to remember that it filters. That's why I have it in parentheses. It acts as a filter. It's located in the rear of the abdomen. Materials travel in your blood to the kidneys, and some substances are removed and others are returned back to the blood. And kidneys, this is just a little fun fact for you, are as long as your index finger. That's how long they are. Ureters are the tubes that carry waste from the kidneys to the bladder. The bladder is where the liquid waste is stored until it's time to excrete it. And the urethra carries that liquid waste out of the body. And here to the right is a diagram of the urinary system. It shows the kidneys, it shows the ureters, the bladder, urethra. And here are the resources for this PowerPoint.